Blarla.
Hello peeps and welcome back to 2 Point Campus. Welcome back to 2 Point University. It's going pretty well, we're doing alright here. I've just employed 4 new janitors to try and get us, to keep up with that, because it's struggling, let's be honest, even with all the training. So we'll see how they get on as they train up. Now, I'm getting tired of students continuously asking for gigs to happen. So what I would like to do is set up the Musicality building. Now, that is pretty much the only course that's going to be in this building, is Musicality, but we're going to put it in there with the big student union, with the big stage, and we're going to set up across the year every single band to come back continually. Now, you can see in this patch of land over here that stretches all of this, we've actually got a few different buildings to get in. Now, I kind of like the idea of putting dark arts and wizardry over here. Right, it's not going to need to be a very big building. They aren't going to need much. And I like the idea of kind of making it a bit spooky and stuff over here, so it's sort of offset a little bit. This needs to be quite prominent within the campus because lots of students are going to want to get here. And then we have this one, which is going to be academic exercise and countercultural studies, which is going to mean a stadium and things like this, right? So this is going to take up quite a bit of space, bearing in mind that we already have here the jousting. We are going to be looking at also SHIZWAH here, so it's a question of exactly how are we going to get this in. I am thinking that maybe I need to decide on a final placement for my jousting field first, knowing that hello, let's get rid of that, knowing that we're probably going to need the cheese ball thing here and stuff. It's getting a bit crowded. Also thinking about it, Musicality briefly uses a computer room, but it's barely used. I'm wondering if we allow Musicality to share this one. I wonder. The problem with this computer lab, though, with these courses, it's actually being used at max. All 6 slots are being used up. That's the thing. There's no actual spare space. And of course, this is the science. Interesting. I wonder. These guys don't use, do they? They don't. Neither will these. Nobody else is going to use this really expensive computer lab. Oh, hang on a minute. Isn't there a computer lab kicking about here? Yeah, there is space in this for Musicality. Do we move where Musicality goes to this side? The thing is, on this side, right? So in this building, right, this is going to be the spies and robotics, right? And then over here, we've got quite a lot going in here. We've got the gastronomy, the science, and the funny business. Ooh, let's have a look. So, level up 1,000 money wanking students. We got silver on that. This is great. So that's actually a lot of courses across here. So what I'm noticing is that with a lot of courses we've got coming up, right, a lot of them have the computer lab, but most of them barely use it, right? So Musicality barely uses it, and I think robotics, Spy School are going to need one but barely use it. Same, I think, with they're the science, aren't they? They're science. So I don't think these guys will need it, but these guys will over in this building. barely. So maybe we swap these round. Something like this, right? Because they will need it, they won't. These guys won't need it at all. And neither will these guys. They won't need it either. But these guys will. What I'm thinking is having a small building that just has a computer lab in it, right? A really well kitted out computer lab. Right, okay, I've now changed it to this. So we've got up here. Oh, for Christ. Right. Let's just have a quick. Oh, lovely. Oh, this is nice. Right. 8 across the board. Okay. Good. What is this that you want? Oh, see, they're constantly asking for it. Oh, look, we've got some escapes. Right. So, right. Up here, dark arts and wizardry. Tucked away, make it all spooky. They don't need much. They just need like a potion room, a spells room, a lecture theatre, you know, and then their dorms, right? They're going to be fine over here, tucked away. Don't need much space at all. Down here, right, we'll have academic exercise with the countercultural studies. So we're going to need the cheese ball field. They just need the gym, lecture theatre and cheese ball field, right? They don't need anything particularly crazy. Over here, right, because we've also got, not only do we need a computer lab and a random science lab, you know, do we do them separately, right? Because with robotics then, so with spy school and robotics, we will barely need a computer lab, but we need one. It's like here, right? We barely need this, but we do need it. We barely need this science lab, but we need it. Musicality, I don't think needs any of... Musicality barely uses, that's it. It barely uses a computer lab, right? So again, these two and this course here need to share a computer lab. And I think even with all these sharing it, it'd only be utilised at about 50%, right? Barely touched. Over here then, funny business, the science and gastronomy. We're going to need 2 science labs to do all of that. But we could utilise this one because they'll need like a science lab and a half. And then we've got this that's barely being utilised down here. Because here, from these courses, this is barely being used. Saying that, this computer lab is being used quite well, you know. This computer lab is being used quite well. You could fit 2 more classes in it. You would need 1 for musicality. Do you know, I think for robotics you would just need it once as well.
And now the news and today's top story.
So they would be able to go in there. I think maybe the answer to this is we sell this, put a door in, so that they can nip in here and use this. And it might be that we pull out the arcade and make a bigger computer lab because it's being utilised so well, you know. That's what we might do. And then the science lab and that, I think we are just going to sling over into this building. We can put one near here so that other students can run, because they're going to need to come from here, so they may need to run across there. We're going to have a little bit of running about. Little bit of running around, yes, but not much, not much. Okay, so there's things and stuff happening. What I might do is, at this stage, get some rough building locations in here for each course. Not perfect, just a rough idea. So we're getting there. We're sort of working this out. We're getting an idea. I've put this gym over here. So this is mainly for night school. And they don't actually need it in any of their classes, but they like to have it, I think is what we discovered, that they do like to go to the game occasionally. So what we'll do is we'll build a really nice, this will probably need to be bigger, this building, but we'll build a really nice big gym over here for the cheese ball folk, and then the knights can use it. Now This, again, this building's probably not big enough right now, but this is where we're going to be moving this science room to. They're going to need a couple of science rooms over here eventually, but for now, because other people are using this. Oh look, the door. Let's pop that there like that. That'll do. Get that out of the way. We have oh yes, some goth bits that we need to deal with. What we need, I think, is like a goth dorm thing specifically made for them, you know. That could be cool. Maybe we could do that over here. Might, you know, because we're gonna have a spooky area. I reckon we can make like a little goth area over there. So we're going to sell this building. Okay, because the last building I haven't quite yet worked out is Musicality. I think it might be a good idea to put it slightly to one side as well, because we're going to need to get a path. Mind you, if there's a side path coming up here, I suppose I like the idea of a path coming up here to get to these. So maybe something a bit further to this side might work best. And we'll put music towards the back and put the student union, I think, near the front of this building, because it's clearly going to have to be sort of... I was going to put a garden in here. I guess that's not happening. There's lots of other places for gardens, for crying out loud. It's just because of the club stuff and that, but we might be able to have quite a nice garden through here. Should be fine. Should be fine. Gonna be honest, I'm not sure about this. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's getting weird up in here. Okay, well, here it is. So bizarre. Okay, well, it's arrived. I did load more training, by the way, so we got training going absolutely nuts up in here. We are going to come into here, and we are going to select Musicality. Here it is. Great selection. Right. Great selection. So we're going to start this course. This is going to be for next year. Yes, we may have to turn down the students to 6 per class, because at the moment we're doing 8. Look, we're halfway through, and I don't think we're halfway through the courses, are we? So we may have to start bringing the students down to 6 a year. Also, once we've done the panic room and everything over here, I might see about a larger dig site somewhere out the back here, and maybe using this space as a garden with romance items and things like that, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see. Things are going to be developing, aren't they, as we go. So in here, Musicality. We also need to get the clubs back in, don't we? We do. Where are the club sign-ups? So the club sign-ups are here. What we're going to do is we're going to just do this. Get out of there. Get out of it. Get out of it. Pop that there. Right, let's get these clubs in. Let's put them all back. So we've lost this one. The only thing is, if you just know they're all going to sign up to the nearest ones, they don't really choose, do they? So let's promote book, and let's promote garden. Yeah. Okay. And then we might as well stick this one in. And we'll see, you know. We'll probably spread them out towards the end. What is this? Oh, okay, yeah. Do you know what? You're on. This is probably going to be a good one eventually, right? Over here somewhere. Good. Anywho. Musicality is going here. And in here, so we're not going to worry about the computer lab. They do need a computer lab, but we're going to allow them to use this one. Oh, this is a thing, isn't it? I've got to go around and do all this with the rooms. Let me do that. We're going to keep that on though. Right, that should be those rooms sorted out. So I know they're going to need a lecture theatre. So let's pop that in. They will need a lecture theatre.
Frequently asked questions.
Yeah.
I believe that smell is you.
They're also going to need a recording studio. And I want to make a pretty nice sized one. Right, so we can see that perhaps we are getting a little bit short space in here and that we are going to have to make it bigger. That's what I'm trying to gauge at the moment. That's quite a good sized music studio. Okay. Now they're going to need 2 dorms. So let's do this. Let's extend this back here. See if we can squeeze in a couple of dorms back here. Also, how much space are we going to want for the union? You know, I am wondering, could we make it so they walk through the union, perhaps? You know, I mean, I guess, right? We could do like a huge union like this. Absolutely colossal union for all the students. And then put a door at the back there like that. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? We can get a couple of bars in, like multiple bars up and running in here. Right? Big old stage. You know, this sort of deal.
Student union requires an assistant.
Big old student union. Feels like it would need some toilets or something. Mind you, I am thinking about putting some toilets back here. So then, what we would need, right, is music dorms. We're going to want a music dorm there. Got to get rid of this window. Okay. And then, another music dorm there. Like this. Oh my goodness. It's shaking. Everything is shaking. It's all shaking like crazy. But then there's no room for a library, is there? Oh, this building is pokey. I am pushing my luck with this building. Why is this doing this? Okay, alright. Okie dokie. I can figure this out. Alright, so we've gone for more of a square thing here. Right. Now, I know this looks weird. Go with it. But they fit in there. Oh my goodness, they will. Really? Oh. Interesting. What if, though, we decided to actually take all of that space? I don't know. Do we hate that, though? Maybe. What I'm thinking, because I'm thinking about toilets and showers here, right? So, I was thinking we'd be able to get more, but do you know what? I think I might actually, can't do it. I think I might actually hate that. So what we're going to do, I think, is put toilets and showers in here. It's definitely something, isn't it? It's like, thing is, I suppose it's like with this you see like the castle shape, that sort of stuff. The idea is that it's supposed to be really old buildings, and of course a lot of these universities that are in old buildings do end up having weird shaped rooms, don't they? Just trying to fit in bizarre stuff into strange places. Well, that's what's happening here. That's all. It's fine. It's fine. This is the sort of thing I'm thinking. I don't think that's terrible, you know. Do you know what? Lance, why do you have to have bin blindness? Jesus! Fine. There you go, Lance. You're in.
It was said that the
Do you know, we're going to need more though. Right, we want you to be super... Oh, look at the holiday wear, the summer gear. Oh yeah. These are the ones that need to be on that beach party island, aren't they? They absolutely do need to be. I quite like 2 Point Krampus. Do you know what? We'll leave him in place and the next guy will Krampus it up. So no, we did that. What am I going to want him trained in? Definitely happy thoughts and probably just speed, right? Now, let's have a look here. We're going to be upping this. We need somebody else. No. Maybe. Bin blindness again. Do you know what? I hate all of you. You all suck. See that guy running through, ready to go and smash things up. Get some comic timing on you. Very important, but not as important. It's what I'm talking about. Good. So this, I think, is the basics, right, for getting Musicality working for next year. It's about to start the next year, and I think this is everything that they're going to need in terms of quick rooms, right? A little bit claustrophobic, maybe. But we've not got a lot of room to play with here, so we just have to be careful about what we're doing, right? And it will only be the Musicality students that are back here, right? It will be. Did anything need upgrading here? Do you know? I can't remember. We'll create all the events at the beginning of next year, every band, and then we will make this building beautiful, because the library. And what we'll do is we'll also fix up this building. We're going to change this building up so that we can make sure that we are taking full advantage of this computer lab, because they're going to need to use it as well. So we will probably have a door here on this building. In fact, let's put that in now. Excellent. We are going to sell this, and we are going to want to put a door here like this. Yeah. And I am thinking of making this computer room much larger. I mean, I suppose we could keep this and extend it here, which I'm sure would help up the room capacity and whatnot, and make it so we've got more things for them to work on. That might do it, right? Just that. It's probably going to be enough. As long as we have, I think, a door either side for the computer lab as well. I think that might be important. Might also be important to, if we're going to keep this room, it might be worth us, oh for Christ, trying to get a door on the back here as well, like that, something like that. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the awards. Good, all's well. So 8888888. We have Musicality 88. So we're going to need some teachers. Let's pause. We need a dig site. Why? Why do we suddenly need a dig site? That's got to be a line. It's got to just be having some funny moments, because we've got so much on the campus, it's getting confused. That's got to be it. So what have we got here? We're not interested in any of you. Iron bladder, nice. Rapid squeaky clean and iron bladder. Oh, just the absolute bee's knees. There we go. Now, probably going to have no tuition for this. Mind you, the course is hard, but I think the teacher over here, the School of Thought, could open up to take in another course. Musicality. Should we just go absolutely nuts, right? I feel like maybe that should be countercultural. No. That's going to be all the cheesy stuff, right? That'll be orange, yeah. So she's here, doing her thing. Brilliant. The dig site, though, very weird. Dig site needed. Why's that suddenly happened? Did we take in too many students this year for archaeology? How many students did we take in? I mean, we're on year 16. What do you mean? How do we suddenly need a dig site?
A sound like a company of coconuts dancing on a ballroom floor.
How's that happened?
Only wooden tennis clogs can produce such an
Now look, I need to, before we get into that problem, we need to look at creating all these events. Is there enough to get us... Okay, well we don't need to do him, but, right, if we start with ripped chords, we can't do August, right? Repeat every year, so ripped chords, in they go. Okay. Alchemical friendship. There. Every year. Okay. DJ sous chef. Do you know what? No, we will. DJ sous chef every year. I bet the stage is not going to be able to cope with any of this. In you go. It's going to be so great to not have to put up with all of their requests again. Is there enough year for these bands? Is there enough year for all these bands? It does look like it. Okay. Okay. Now, I think open mic should go in. There it is. And I think talent show should go in after. Oh, okay. Can't repeat that one. Damn. Jasmine Odyssey is going to go there. Yeah. Keeping May for the talent show. Is that what we're doing? Looks like it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you to all my Patreons for their continued support.